What's going on, everybody? I would say happy warm day or whatever, but as you know, it is Saturday, 6:30 ish. And it's time for that fantasy show. We got a lot to get into today. We actually want to get your participation in this. I seen that somebody actually had a draft trade proposal for one of the dynasty leagues. So we want to get your input on it. Would you take this trade or not? And we'll also give you our input on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to that fantasy show.
Hey.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to that fantasy show. I'm your host C. Right next to me is the champ, fried chicken antidote, loudmouth himself, aka Bruce Wayne, aka the Batman. Give it a ladies and gentlemen for JT.
Yeah, this sounds good off of my head too. So,
No, again, like we say, please like and subscribe our show. So that way, if you do, instead of going to my website to try to watch it on Facebook, you can actually watch it on the YouTube website. Let's start. Let's start with some news and notes. A lot of things is actually are going on. One of the things I just found out is Dallas now has secured their running back. They went ahead and re-signed Javonte Williams. I think it's 3 year, $55 million. So yeah, they made sure that he was off the table. And to be honest with you, I hate to say it, but that was a smart move for Dallas.
Oh, yes.
Make sure you get their running game. You got a dependable 1,000-yard rusher in Javonte Williams. Now you got to make sure that you can get the question now is that, okay, what does that do for Pickens? I understand they're probably trying to put him on a franchise tag, but if you put him on a franchise tag, the thing is, if he does accept it, what's going to happen with the market next year? Because that's the way he's looking at it. He's looking to where he's not really trying to get a deal until next year, in which the actual wide receiver market is supposed to be at somewhat of its highest.
It's not a bad thing for them to do now. If they franchise him this year, like it'll at least save them for this year. Next year, they're going to have to pay him top dollar if he performs the same as he did this year.
Oh yeah, definitely. But also, like I said, that's if they franchise tag him. And what I'll probably end up doing, and I meant to do this, I think that's the one thing I forgot, because I haven't seen the people that actually are being franchise tagged. The only thing I have is people that's being cut. Like I said, we'll probably discuss that a little bit more. Some people that's being cut, some of the people that's being released. I haven't really seen about who's being franchise tagged yet, because as you know, free agency doesn't start till March 11th, and that's
right.
When they'll try to do the discussion, see what goes on. So I need to find out when is the actual due date for franchise tagging, and I'll probably give y'all that information next week. First things first, the beginning of the week started with the Dolphins releasing, basically cleaning the house, releasing Tyreek Hill, releasing Nick Westbrook.
No,
hold on. Nick Westbrook, Inky, Bradley Chubb, and the offensive lineman of James Daniels. Those moves cleared about $56 million in cap space for this year. Now we also know that rumor has it, but the Chiefs are also restructuring Mahomes' contract. So is that something to say, okay, you know what, with them restructuring Mahomes' contract to open up a little bit more cash, are they going to make that move for Tyreek Hill? And is it worth bringing Tyreek Hill back to the Chiefs?
Probably. It probably is worth bringing him back to the Chiefs. because he was a good weapon for them. But he's not the. He's still the speedster he always was. So it might be better for them having him back. Because he's gotten those few years away from KC to, I want to say mature, but just from the way he's been in Miami, he hasn't. But maybe getting back to the Chiefs in a more regimented facility, it might be better for him.
So do you feel as though if him going back to the Chiefs and the Chiefs proving, hey, we won championships without you?
This is a true statement.
Is this something that will humble Tyree? Because that's the biggest thing I'm looking at.
No.
If anything, he needs to be humbled. Because
he might be he might need to be humbled, but I don't see him as a humbling individual. So, like, he's gonna get back there and just be mad that he doesn't have those rings to go along with it.
Well, he had his chance. No, didn't he get one? No, he got one with them, right?
No, I think they got them both. I think they got both of them after.
No, I thought he got one with them, and then they
got. I think they got both of them without him.
Who was it? They
I do believe
they won. They played San Fran twice. And then they played Philly,
right. Yeah, but I don't think. I don't think Hill was with them for either of them.
San Francisco, the first one.
You sure?
Yeah, he was there for San Francisco, the first one. He wasn't there for San Francisco, the second one.
Okay.
And then they played Philly twice. They played Philly, and he wasn't there for Philly. He's neither one. We already know that one. But yeah,
right.
I thought he won the first one. He got his title because that's why everybody was saying, okay, can they win it without him?
That's a true statement. Yes, they can.
So we've seen.
Right.
Next thing, here's the funny thing. So, Brady wrestling. Tom Brady wrestling. Yeah.
Get that hell out of here.
No, I'm not saying he's wrestling. But he's having some type of a feud with Paul Logan.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan Paul, whatever. They all look alike.
Sure.
Dude, have you not looked at any of the Logan brothers and not got which one? Logan?
Well, I mean, they're
y'all
the Paul brothers.
Y'all both look like assholes. I mean,
they're Pauls, but okay.
Just saying, looking at him, you mean to tell me they don't look alike?
No, they're supposed to.
Exactly. But here's the thing. WrestleMania is in Vegas. He is the owner with the Raiders.
Right.
Like I said, there was a heated conversation between him and Logan Paul. And they both will be at the Fanatics Flag Football Classic in Saudi Arabia in March 21st. So who's to say that they won't try to start something to where Tom interferes in a wrestling match?
I mean, but Trump got in there, so
yeah. But that was, I hate to say, that was them days we actually liked him a little bit. We actually thought Trump was cool a little bit during them times.
I was sitting there shading Vince.
It was kind of like, who was the bigger asshole, Vince or Trump? So it was kind of like, pick your poison.
I mean, his time is told. Like, it's Vince at this point.
Yeah. Vince is like everybody's favorite. So, but that is going to be
Vince.
Like we know WrestleMania be the actual thing to where football players have actually made an impact in wrestling. Lawrence Taylor being in WrestleMania, Gronk being in WrestleMania. Who else is it? It's always some type of a football presence involved.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's football in WWE. It was basketball in WCW.
Yeah. But I'll probably say you've seen a lot of the NFL, having their way into some type of WWE event, especially when it comes to WrestleMania. And like I said,
Right.
especially with it being in Vegas and with the Raiders and with Brady now being part owner with the some type of owner with the Raiders, I wouldn't see them trying to throw something into where I'm not saying Tom will probably get physical. Tom might jump in, interfere with a certain match, and he who knows, he might throw a football at his nuts. I don't know. I can see Tom doing something like that. So Brady still has it. Just one of those,
Yeah, because it's him in the hands. He doesn't hit him in the fucking sack.
Right. Well, I'm just saying it's one of those things to where, come on, now Gronk was in the Royal Rumble. Was in the Andre the Giant Memorial, and all he did was do like a football move. He did a 3-point stance, and then he just took dude down like he was basically going after like he was blocking him.
Right. Oh, Brady's fucking. He ain't gonna get in there and fucking throw down the way like McAfee will.
No. Like I say, if he does anything, I can see him interfering with a match, running his mouth, maybe pretend like he decking him, or somebody throws the football to Brady, and Brady just throws it at some dude's nuts or something like that.
Right.
I can see something like that. I can't see Tom really being in a match, but I can see Tom interfering in a match. And like I said, I can see either something with the Logans, because especially with this beef they got going on, I can see Tom interfering with that.
Right.
Now, besides that, next you got like I said, we were talking about the franchise tag. One of the franchise tags that's being looked at is Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP. They're saying if they should use the franchise. They're questioning if they should use the franchise tag on them. They're pretty much saying they're not wanting to, but the thing on that is like, okay, so I can understand why you're not franchise tagging him now, because you want to see what's out there. Because again, let's look at the actual free agents. You got and this is what you have for running back. You still got Breece Hall, Rico Dowdle. Well, we can take out Javante Walker because he's been signed. You got Travis Etienne, Tyler Eggler, J.K. Dobbins, Rashad White, Isaiah Pacheco, and Brian Robinson. The thing is, though, you also have draft picks coming up. So with Seattle, are they feeling as though they can find somebody that can replace him? Because it's like, okay, are you depending more on Chardonnay other than Walker?
Why would you want to? Man, he displayed the talent that he does have. Like, why would you let that walk away?
Well, because now, because honestly, like they got other players they want to sign, and you already know Jackson Smith and Jigba is going to be one take two. It's going to be one of the main ones that they try to extend, put an extension to. They definitely want to keep Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yes.
And then you definitely want to keep they're calling the dark side of Doom instead of them being the what was it?
Legion.
Yeah, the Legion of Boom. The Legion of Boom. They want to be the dark side, which is pretty cool. Okay. But other than that, it's like with Jackson Smith and Jigba, I can see. To me, it's like, okay, I wouldn't say no to not the franchise tagging them. If you want to sign them, sign them now. Get it out the way.
Right.
I'm looking to see if I might have got any more news from ESPN. Yeah, other than Dallas signed, they reached an agreement 3 years, $16 million of guaranteed money.
That's not bad.
And it's not bad for Javonte. Good job, shout out to him. Too bad he's on the wrong team. You know how I feel about them Cowboys.
Age 1 of 32.
So also out of free agents, Mike Evans say he will return for his 2026 season. He will be a free agent.
Ooh.
Now here's my question: with him being out there, everybody's saying that the best fit for him would probably be, and we definitely want to discuss this next week. with free agencies, the best spot that they want to be in. Just kind of give you a little heads up, but just kind of give you a sneak peek. What team will value with Evans on their team? Now, here were my choices: Arizona, Kansas City, and Buffalo.
I'd give him to Indianapolis.
That would
give old Indianapolis Jones something else to throw to.
Well, you still have Pittman, you still got Downs, and you still have, and then on top of that, you still got the Tyler Warren, the tight end. That tight
end, right?
Yeah, but I can see him being kind of like that experience that you need in the locker room,
right?
Like I said, I'll probably say that to me, honestly, I think the best fit for him would be Arizona.
Right. It's not a bad choice. But again, it's who's throwing him the ball. Because again, I don't see Kyler Murray being part of the Arizona organization next year.
No, not at all. But I can definitely see Evans being a good mentor for Marvin Harrison. And I think that's something he needs to make himself. I would feel as though we need to be a better quarterback. I mean, a wide receiver, because when you got somebody like Mike Evans, that probably is kind of like the same size, same build, same speed with Harrison. I definitely can see that actually happening. Buffalo. Here's my thing: if he's going to be at Buffalo, he's going to have to be the primary receiver. And I'm not taking anything away from Evans. I don't think that Evans can be that primary receiver anymore, especially out in Buffalo. I can see him being a Keenan Allen type of player, to where he's going to have certain plays for him strictly, but to be a full-time wide receiver out there in Buffalo in that cold-ass weather and in that division, when you've been in Tampa Bay your whole life, to where you've been used to bikinis and palm trees, now you got buffalo wings and tabletops.
Well,
that's not like a good combination, I ain't gonna lie.
It does. Most of those tabletops are broken, though.
Well, I'm assuming that's why I kind of bought it. Those are the biggest things in Buffalo: buffalo wings and broken tabletops.
Right.
Get the tables.
I want to go to a Buffalo game. Just let them put me through a table.
Dude, I would love to see that. We would have to. If that's something we could do, we need to try to pull that off.
I'll let somebody put me through a table. That's fine.
We gotta find. We gotta find a try to do that. At least go to a Buffalo game. It would have to either be a Cleveland. I guess would it have to be a Cleveland game, or could it be a?
Honestly, I'd rather go to Buffalo. I'd rather let them do it to me at home. Yeah, no, them words came out of my mouth, right? Yeah, that's fine.
Do it to you at home.
Yeah, in Buffalo, I'll be all right with that, dude. I don't know if they travel like that.
Well, no, what I mean is that who would we want? We know it'd be in Buffalo, but who would they play?
I don't give a good goddamn.
We going? Yeah, it gotta be. It gotta be a reason for them to put you through a table, because you're not a Buffalo fan. So they gotta put. I don't know if they put Buffalo fans. Hold up. I don't know if they put Buffalo fans to the table, but
it doesn't matter what team they're not playing Ohio State.
We know they ain't playing Ohio State. Hell,
right?
The players are probably from Ohio State that's on the team, but we're not going there.
I'm just saying.
Even if
to me,
there's not an NFL team that you would actually like to see play against the Buffalo Bills.
Any of them, I don't care. Pick one of 32. I do not care.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. All right. We one of these days, while we still have the youth in our body, we're gonna have to do that.
Where?
Dude, I'm talking about to where we can at least make it to the stadium, at least enjoy the tailgate, and at least try to go to the game. Or you just want to go to the tailgate?
Oh, I'm down. I'll go both. I'm there.
Exactly. So
I'm built for cold weather. I'm good.
We still need, and we got to make sure that the weather is nice, because I'll be damn if I'm going in some cold ass weather.
Oh, I'm down. I do not give a damn. I'm built for the cold.
Man. When I like doing my vacations down south.
Just saying.
Oh. So, besides that, with free agency, next thing they brought up is the 49ers are. We did bring up the actual international games. I'm going to bring them right back up. So, the 49ers will actually be doing 2 of the actual games. They'll be doing the one in Mexico City, and then they'll be doing the one in Australia.
Does one in Mexico City really count as a fucking international game?
Yeah.
I mean, it is in Mexico, but you're still on North America.
I understand we all can. It's not that far for us to travel to go to that one. I'm sure there might be a lot of carnival people trying to see if they can extend their vacation to stay in Mexico City for an excursion. But yeah, no, it would still be an international game because there's technically no actual football stadium. It's a soccer stadium, not a football stadium.
That's a true statement.
Yeah. But yeah, I was about to say they haven't given the dates yet, so I think I did state to where, from what I understand, is that the actual schedules will be released will be in mid-May. We'll actually see what the actual schedules will be for them. But with the 49ers, it's like, yo, you're doing 2 overseas games,
right?
So even within, if I'm drafting people if I got people on that fantasy team, I'm watching who I'm picking because either they're going to play one game good or they're going to play one game horrible, or both games are going to be horrible.
Right. But my biggest fear is that Australia game. That is such a travel. But I mean, for both teams that are going to go and do it, that is such a demand just on travel alone.
It would have to be 2 teams that were on buys.
Right.
And then I would probably think that they would do that would be probably one of those Monday night doubleheaders.
Right.
Or there'll be a
that's gonna be a morning game.
No, I'm talking about when you get back. When you get back, then your next game will be a Monday night game or a Sunday night game, to where it gives you a chance to relax.
Right. Yeah, because that's not going to be much of a as much of it is you almost want to call the international games a vacation for them because they're not in their normal surroundings, but especially for the fucking Australia one, like that is so it's like 24 hours on a damn plane just to get there.
They better have some good movies and some good ass food. Well, no, because if they do, I'm sure that they actually have like it's a team plane. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a little bit more space, more around. You can do shit, and yeah, if it's gonna be one of those, I'm sure it's one of those big international planes, to where you're gonna have a little bit more space. I'm hoping, but yeah, like I said, that was pretty much gonna be an interesting one. So that actually does it for the news and notes. So the one thing we definitely want to discuss is some of the actual schedule for the off season. Now here's the off season for the NFL. So we got, like I said, the 23rd to the 2nd. So next week, the scouting combine begins. March 11th, the start of the where they say that's when the season starts. That's when free agent signs are started and trading periods begin. The draft is April 23rd to the 25th. Again, like I said, mid-May is when they release the schedules. June is mandatory mini camp. And let's not forget Fantasy Football Expo out in Canton. And then mid-July, that's when training camp begins. So,
all right. So the beginning of June or mid-June is fucking the fantasy fucking thing in Canton. Are we going to that?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to it again. Well, not again. I'm gonna try to attempt to go to this one. Last time I didn't have any. I didn't have any more vacation time, so I had to flip a coin. Fantasy Football Expo or Cruise. Cruise it is. I was able to give y'all a week off. Give y'all a week off so we gotta have to do the show. Made some kids.
Right.
Kids go to their room because they was upset about me. I don't know if I told you about this one. So while I'm on that shit, right? Of course, represent my commanders. We just bust that ass against the Raiders. Don't judge me.
Okay.
Win's a win. I'm sitting here chilling, watching the game. They got it on the big screen by the pool, so I enjoy both views. So,
Okay.
I'm sitting here while chilling, and these little kids, they're about 13. You had a teen, I want to say preteen and teenager. One had to be 12. The oldest had to be at least 14, 15.
Okay.
He sees me with my Commander shirt on. Like, what team is that? I'm like, it's the Commanders. Ew, the Commanders? Hold on. Who's your team? My team is the Baltimore Ravens. Hold on. How old are you? He tells me his age. I'm like, oh, so when they were born, so when you were born, that's when they won their first championship. Good for you. But you do realize that the savior of your team actually plays for the Browns now. Joe Flacco was your quarterback.
No, he's with the Bengals.
Not at that time. At the time, he was with the Browns.
Oh, okay. At that time, got it.
At that time, he was with the Browns. His savior was with Cleveland, the same team that and you do realize that the Baltimore Ravens are technically the Cleveland Browns.
Right, they're the original Browns.
Yeah, they are the original Browns. So you're basically a Browns fan. I think that made him cry.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, because he didn't say nothing like that. His boys was cracking up laughing like, "Oh, he's like, yeah, that's true. So technically, you are a Brownie fan, and Joe Flacco's he's back with the Browns." I'm like, I had fun. I enjoyed myself.
Why you gotta make fun of a little kid?
Because you would do it too if you had the chance. Look,
yeah.
I seen that grin on your face. I was worse than the damn Grinch.
All that little kid fucking had. Damn.
From coming, and that's you. You get a chance to make a kid cry and walk away from you with her feelings, you would do it in a heartbeat.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking knock him down too. Fuck that noise.
I ain't doing all that. I'm on a ship. I ain't trying to do too much trouble.
Hell no, I'll knock him down. I'll spend the night in fucking cruise jail. I won't get on shit, but I will.
Walk away. That's all I needed. Because other than that, I'm not in trouble. I can still enjoy my guy burger, still enjoy watching the game, and still enjoy being poolside in 80-degree weather. Yes, it was beautiful. I seen a lot of aunties out there, enjoying being in two pieces. Oh, okay. That was a fun part. Now, again, like I said, with the actual, here's the actual. So when March 11th does hit, he's on the players that they're talking about releasing, being released or being cut. So we're looking at from the AFC, you got Tua being either cut or traded, Geno Smith, Tony Pollard, Joe Mixon, Calvin Ridley, Curtis Samuel, Dawson Knox. From the NFC, you got Captain Kirk, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones, James Conner, Brandon Ayuk, Donnell Mooney, TJ Hawkinson, and Cole Kmet. Now, looking at these, some of these players are also free agents as well. Are going to be free agents.
Right.
Fantasy wise, who do you feel on this on here needs to go where? When you look at it, it's like, okay, I need this person here.
Well, you said Mike Evans is leaving Tampa Bay. Ayuk will probably end up down south.
I can see Ayuk either being, because right now they're talking about Ayuk either going to Washington or the Dolphins.
That'd be a good fit too.
But I think if Ayuk goes to Washington, that means Debo is going somewhere else.
Right.
So, and rumor has it Debo is wanting to go to. I'm thinking that they're pitching him hard. They're pitching Debo to actually go to the Dolphins.
Okay, I can see that. I'd be happy for him.
Right, I can see him going to the Dolphins, but me as a Commander fan, like I said, I definitely would like to see you get Debo signed first, so that way Terry has a number 2.
Right,
he has a guaranteed number 2. I would definitely like to see you re-sign Traylon Burke, and then I would like to see you try to go out and get Kyle Pitts and Breece Hall. That's my wish list. And I think it would work. Now, here's the one that I think that will work, and I think nobody's really paying attention to. If they do release Kirk Cousins from Atlanta, I would knock either the Raiders or the Cardinals picking up Kirk Cousins.
Right.
Because I think and if they do get a quarterback in the draft pick, you got somebody like Kirk Cousins. And I say this one. I don't want to say he's consistent, but I will say that he is a kind of a quarterback that you can build around. And what I mean by that is like he has weapons. He might not know how to use the weapons, but you can build it. He'll get the job done until you find a quarterback in the draft that can actually he fits the team.
Right. Kirk Cousins is a game manager that can actually win games for you. Is what Kirk Cousins has been.
Till it comes to the playoffs, but we'll go to a different story.
But the fact that him and Geno have been around as long as they have, essentially as backups, they've done really, really well for themselves.
Well, Geno has actually, he actually started. I want to say he started. I'll probably say with Geno, he kind of spent most of his time as a backup. But then, even then, when he had the chance, when he was actually a starter, his breakthrough role was when he was with Seattle. He started in Seattle, did his thing, and I think what happened was because the coach went to the Raiders, he picked up Geno.
Right. I mean, you're not wrong. Like I said, Geno has been a serviceable quarterback over his entire career. Again, he might not get you to the promised land, but he's not going to keep you from getting there.
He get you to the playoffs. The bad thing is, I know he got to be kicking himself in the head like, wait a minute. How the hell did Sam Bradford came? I could have scored a touchdown.
Right.
I know he got to be mad at that one.
Like, I had all them same people.
Like, I had him all
with
me.
But yeah, Geno hadn't been bad. The same thing with Kirk. Kirk hadn't been bad, but like I said, he's at least with Kirk. Kirk won't lose you the game, but at least Kirk can win you the game.
I don't know. Kirk can't lose you the game. I hate to say it like that. He's had some plays to where, come on, what happened to, remember the 4 interception game?
Yeah. All right, I take it back. I'm sorry.
But like I said, but you can't take anything from Kurt. I don't think Kurt is not as bad. Like I said, I don't think Kurt is a bad quarterback. If you give him the right weapons, he actually, I don't want to say he's a game managing quarterback, but I think he can help win games. The same way you look at Sam Bradford. Bradford can win you the game. Geno could have you win the game. I just think with the Raiders, if you're rebuilding or you want a quarterback to, I don't want to say help you win games, but on top of that, teach the other quarterback and what to do and what not to do, and actually see the speed of it. Kirk Cousins would be a great signing for the Raiders. For Arizona, I still feel as though you can actually, and I'm gonna say it like this. and you might. I got a strange feeling you're gonna say your favorite word is "get the f out of here." But you put Kirk Cousins in Arizona, I can see him being another Kurt Warner.
I'll get down with you on that. That and he's already in the retirement state, so he's there.
But
he just moved up the street.
But like I said, other than that, I'll probably say that's the best fit for him. The next one I really look at to where with these two, but both running backs. One is Breece Hall. They're pretty much saying he might want to stay. The best fit for him is back in the Jets. They might franchise tag him. Me personally, and I've been saying this a long time. I even said it when the trading block came up. He needs to be in Washington.
Washington can't have everybody.
I'm not saying they can't have everybody, but I do feel as though because of the type of game that you have with Jaden Daniels, you need some of a decoy. Because if you're going to have Jaden running and stuff like that, I understand now you're trying to protect him, but you still want that actual weapon to where when you're on that field, I'm not the only person that they worry about running the ball.
Right. That's a true statement.
And because if you look at that division, it's like even if you have a scrambling quarterback, they got somebody else running that ball. Philly has it with Saquon Barkley. Dallas has it with Scatterbo. Dallas now has it with Javonte Williams. The Commanders do not have a running threat. You can sit there and say, well, we have McNichols and we have Rodriguez and we had Oscar Eckler and we had Bill. None of them were an actual threat. They were averaging maybe 2 to 3 yards a carry. Nobody doing at least an average of 4 to 5 yards.
Right.
You look at Saquon Barkley was still doing between either 4.6 to 5.3 yards. You're looking at Javonte Williams. He's doing between the same thing, between 4 to 5 yards. The Commanders' average running yards were between 2 to 3 yards a carry.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's not something you want to look into.
Right.
So yeah, I do feel as though yes, we can sit there and say, well, Austin Eckler is going to be healthy. We're looking at and I hate to say it like this, we're looking at a 30-something-year-old Austin Eckler. Now, granted, he's sure as hell probably better shape than I am. But
yeah.
I will say this, is that compared to everybody else, you're doing the running back by committee, your running back committee is not a threat. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Look at the stats. So yeah, I'm looking at Breece Hall. We need that main. You need that main headliner running back. And if we don't get him, then the next place I could look Breece Hall going to would be the Texans.
Okay.
Actually, him being with the Texans. And
why not bring Bryce to fucking San Francisco? Get him out there. Like McCaffrey needs some help. Like you do need to be able to get a blow or two.
I agree with that, but with McCaffrey, I think you need somebody like an Alvin Kamara. You need a body.
Right, yeah, you need something big to get out there with you. Yeah, right. True that.
I think with San Francisco, even though you have the actual what's his name? Even though you have McCaffrey to where McCaffrey can be your weapon, you Teddy don't have that ground and pound running back. That when I get the ball, I'm going right through the middle, and whoever's in the middle better pray that they can get up afterwards.
Right.
And you don't have that. So you got everybody being weapons. You got wide receivers being running backs. You got tight ends being running backs. You got running backs being wide receivers. Who is an actual wide receiver on the 49ers?
Eaue was, but he's gone. Well, he's going to be gone.
Eaue is a running back. How was Eaue a running back?
Was he really?
Running back being how's your wide receiver your running back?
That's a good question. Damn. I didn't know that. I thought he was a goddamn wide receiver. As much as he plays on the outside, he's a wide receiver. Well, then they had to get McCaffrey on the fucking field.
Well,
They just wanted to make sure that Ayuk was out there so that he could do something.
Right. So when they first picked him up, like I said, when the 49ers first picked him up, I didn't mind the way they played McCaffrey because the weapons you had spread the field out.
Yes.
Because you have George Kittle, you had Deebo Samuel, you had Brandon Ayuk, you had Jawan Jennings, you had a plethora of wide receivers to where I can spread this son bitch out. And you either have two choices. You either let me run the ball or you suffer from another 50-yard play because your wide receiver,
right.
the defensive backs ain't catching us. Because I can go five wide receiver deep. Spread this field out. Whatever that zone is going through. And I got the fastest receivers known that's in the business.
Right.
Yeah, good. Pick your poison. That's what they had.
But yeah, San Francisco still is yet to win a fucking Super Bowl.
Well, that one, we might well just say you call it the Kansas City.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, no,
San Francisco's best chance was when the fucking power went out.
That because when you did have a chance, the Eagles to beat you so bad that you really had somebody to play in the Super Bowl. And then when you did have somebody in the Super Bowl, it was kind of like, well, ain't nothing we can do.
Fuck the last one they ended up in. Fuck, they had McCaffrey having to run fucking quarterback because the other quarterbacks were killed.
Yeah, everybody was in IR.
Oh God!
But you would definitely.
Whatever. The best chance that San Francisco had to win the Super Bowl was when the power went out, and then they got screwed.
You can thank the Ravens for that one.
Right.
So, but let's get with we were talking about this yesterday, bowling wise. It was the fantasy discussion. Now, I was wanting the OG to come. I thought the OG would be on, but unfortunately, I'm not gonna say unfortunately. His son is in another tournament. Good luck to both of you guys. OG, I hope your son gets a triple-double. Get throughout the whole tournament.
OJ, I hope you get a stay for the whole thing. Go get yourself kicked out.
Yeah, we don't need none of that. We don't want you, getting ejected, But if you do, you gotta.
I ain't got bail.
If that happens, you gotta let us know. You gotta tell us the whole story. We putting you on first thing first. We want the first story. No exclusive. But there's a discussion before we get to that discussion, here's a discussion I was going to bring up. Where do you feel? Well, I really can't answer this one because you won it. Okay, you won one of your leagues. But where did you feel you went wrong in fantasy that you didn't win the other leagues? What took place? If you had a chance to actually change that, what would you change?
Simple let me do a draft, but then again, neither of us got to do that draft. So I wish I would have actually been able to do the draft for the NFL thing. Like I wish my phone would have been compatible with it and let me actually get in that league. That would have been a lot of fun, but it didn't. I was sad.
So have you talked to your phone provider like, hey, y'all screwed up my fantasy football. I need an upgrade.
Right.
Not happening.
No.
So
I've been fucking with a Galaxy S9 for about 15 years now.
God in heaven, man. Yeah, it's time for a change.
Shut up, man. I like my phone.
It's time for a change.
No.
So there was an interview, and I wanted to bring this up as well. There was an interview with Caleb Williams about the team, how they're progressing, and how he sees the team this year.
Okay.
Now, he's stating that this team can be a high-scoring team, at least averaging 36 a game.
Yeah, but did he say anything about the defense keeping them under 36 a game?
No, he didn't bring that up. He felt as though this could be a team that could score a plethora of points. Now, for his fantasy people, let's take a look at the stats, from this.
This guy sucks.
So, look, here's what we have. Caleb Williams, and this is based off, I did the average between NFL.com and ESPN.com.
Got it.
He was an average of a QB6. He averaged 15.62 fantasy points. On there you had the next biggest person on there, running back wise. DeAndre Swift was kind of like the high average. He was really running back 15. He's ranked number 15. Averaged 10 points, fantasy average. Then you had DJ Moore. Again, 13.5 fantasy points, wide receiver 31. Now, I understand people are probably like, well, what about Roma Dunze? Roma Dunze pretty much was hurt. He had a nice run for a while, but then on top of that, he just, at the end of the season, kind of fell off. So if you had him in your fantasy leagues, you probably was kind of like, damn, you ain't giving me no points.
Right.
So do you feel as though he's right? And if he feels the way, do you feel as though the Bears are a team and I call them fantasy gold? So whether you get the quarterback, the running back, or the wide receiver, it's gold.
I think with the way Chicago is built up, their players are more of I need something for a bye week. Feel me? I need something for a bye week. Oh, okay, this week is bye.
That's your talk about bye week.
I'm just saying, like, most of the time, like if somebody has a bear in their lineup, like regardless of their name, if they've got a bear in their lineup, I'm like, ooh, I might have me a good week this week.
Well, your wife had a bear in her lineup.
I know. And you see what that got her
to the championship.
Yeah, but she didn't get the W.
She might not have won it, but it got her to the championship.
Doesn't matter. Again, if I see, it didn't fucking help her to the championship. If I see somebody with a bear,
that shit crazy. You really can't play. I'm about to say it was you can't really blame the Bears. You got to blame Bijan on that one.
Right. Oh, I do. Fuck it. What was it? He had like 12 in the fucking first quarter. First quarter, and then fucking banged off that 93-yarder, and I'm like, oh, that's game.
Yeah, like there's no way to So I don't really blame
him. The whole time I'm sitting there going like, you got this, it's fine, you're doing all right, and then he banged off, and I'm like, I don't think you got this anymore.
You thought, we were sharing belts, we get to be twinsies. Yeah, nah. Now it's like, I guess I'm gonna be the only one.
I mean, she got two sitting over there that I want her, so, and she ain't here to fucking tell me no, so she got two sitting over there that I want her.
That you want her.
That's fine. My name's on it. Fuck you. I drafted those teams.
I ain't rushing me when you're that. Oh,
I'm just saying. Right, Kevin would be so much nicer to Jenny. Nah, bro. I won those titles. Who that? Them's my belts back here. Again, she ain't here. She ain't here. I can say those things.
That's why you running your mouth, nigga. She ain't here.
Right. She ain't here right now.
She ain't there. So you ain't got to look. I keep seeing you looking. I'm wondering, like, okay, I ain't see a chair fly yet. So
no, she ain't here. I keep looking up, like, just in case she might be. But I know she ain't here. I keep looking over, like, I'm about to get hit.
You messing around. Look, she might be watching this on YouTube. Or
shut the hell up. You shut the hell up. She walk in here and start whooping on me when she get back. I'll be like, oh, fuck
Daddy said. Oh man. But like I said, that was probably the one thing I seen that's where he actually brought that up. And the last thing we definitely want to talk about, we talked about in the bowling alley. And ladies and gentlemen, we kind of want your answer on this. So, on the Fantasy Football Expo, there was a trade that was offered. I don't know if they accepted it or declined it, but this was the trade offer. The person would receive the offer was for Drake London, Amari Hamilton, and they would take a third round pick, their third round pick for Chase. Then the person that get it will receive Chase Brown, Devon Achane, and a second round and their second round pick. Would this be a trade that you would take?
I wouldn't. The fact that he put those players up for grabs to get off his lineup is amazing to begin with, but I wouldn't accept. I mean, if you're on the other end of that, you probably taking that, but I would tell you not to.
Me, it's too, because right now there's too many variables in it. There's too many what ifs. If I can hold off this trade till March 11th to see what takes place, I would, because the biggest thing is Devon Achane. I'll probably say that's the biggest thing right there. And then maybe Drake London. Because I don't know what Stefanski's game plan is going to be towards that team. And then on top of that, I don't know what's going to happen with the Dolphins team. Other than that, the solidest one will probably be Omari Hamilton and Chase Brown. But even then, it's kind of like, okay, with Omari Hamilton, are they going to beef up the wide receivers? Is he going to get more touches? Stuff like that. That's just something to where me personally, I would decline this trade. Because if you're saying I'm getting Chase Young and Devon Achane, now the draft, the pick itself will probably be the helper, because you're getting you probably get another second round pick.
Right.
So you could probably, ease up on that. But me personally, I would respectfully decline this trade unless I knew that there was somebody else in that draft that I was willing to get. I'll have an ability to get.
I would disrespectfully decline that trade and tell him hell nah on top of it.
How you gonna respectfully say so? Then tell him hell nah. Respectfully, hell nah.
I just want to tell you that hell nah, get out of here, guy. The fuck is wrong with you? But then again, I do not understand the whole trade. Like there is no time where a trade between fantasy teams is good for both parties. Somebody's getting trade raped every time.
It depends on what you're looking for. Seriously, it depends on what you're looking for. And the reason I say that is because with certain trades, you can find some, because I think what was it? I did a trade with somebody to where I traded them. I think I got RG3 and
Sterling got on your team.
Yes, I had Slim on the team. Yeah, nice. I think I ended up getting RG3 as a quarterback that year, and I gave them. I think I gave them like Michael Vick or something. And the funny thing was that they Michael Vick got hurt, but it helped them out because it gave them an extra spot because they had too many quarterbacks.
Right.
So they was able to get rid of Vick, pick up another player, and it kind of worked in for both of us. It wasn't a trade rate, but it was one of those, hey, you need a quarterback.
I'm gonna give you Mike Vick, and he's gonna get hurt. We don't know this at the time, but he's gonna get hurt, and then you're gonna need a quarterback anyway.
I'm not gonna lie, it helped her because she had too many quarterbacks. So with Vic there, it gave her an open spot to get rid of.
Right.
So I cleared you some space.
Yeah, like I've never understood the whole thing of making a trade in fantasy football. I'm sorry, me personally, I draft winners, so like I'm not giving my boys up.
I put it this way: I'm not going to draft. If somebody gets hurt on my team, I'm looking at your bench. I'm not looking at your starters.
Right.
Because I know there's no way in God's green earth you're going to give me one of your starters. You might give me somebody from your bench. Because if you want them on your team, they've been starting. I understand that you're trying to cover bye weeks and stuff like that. But if I got a chance to take somebody from your bench that okay, is just sitting there, why not take that to use? And if you do get one of the players that I don't want or some grade A trash, it doesn't hurt you to release him and find somebody else on free agency. Or you pass the buck to where, well, I ain't gonna really go there.
Like make somebody else make that decision.
Yeah,
right. But again, like getting somebody to actually fucking go through with it with a trade is I cannot see doing it.
because
that's just me.
Because with most people, when you look at a trade, you're looking at, like you said, this is my team. Why do I want to give up my team? This is a team that I make for myself. So why do I want to give you something? You had a chance to get them. Well, you didn't get them now. Now why you want them? Right. That's how you looking at it. Instead of looking at it like, okay, so you know what? I ain't really doing nothing with this person. Yeah, I might need to be, or you're saying, okay, my wide receiver core kind of, my running back core kind of weak. If I can trade a running back if I can try a wide receiver for a quarterback, because I got a plethora of wide receivers I can get rid of.
Right.
And then I'm looking at that. I'm looking at your wide receivers. I'm looking to see where you're weak at. And if I can give you a little bit, granted, I understand what you're probably looking at. Well, why am I going to give you something to help? Well, if I'm giving you something to help me, but if I'm taking one of your stronger assets and I'm giving you one of my lukewarm, and I just say it like this, lukewarm assets as a receiver, that's not going to hurt me and that's not going to hurt you.
Right. I know I had Tom Brady on the bench one year.
Like if you're stacked in running backs, then you giving up a running back ain't gonna hurt you. Especially if you're beefing up your wide receivers because you're pancake thin on receivers in the words of Quintella Green. Pancake soft.
Ooh, I had soft pancake. I mean some yoga pants, eat waffles.
I can't with you today. I can't. So so right now we're gonna cut it from here. So right now, that's pretty much all that we're discussing today. Next week we will be talking about some of the actual. We're going to look at the new mock draft big board, see if there's been any changes. We're going to look at potential trades, potential places that players should be. That'll be the best place for them, and hopefully we'll maybe get Chris from 11 Warriors on the show to where he can talk about some of the actual OSU players.
Yay!
It'll be the actual it'll be combine weekend.
Oh, okay. We'll
be talking about some of the combines. We'll probably try to put some of the actual stats that's up there from the 40-yard dash, bench press, the ones that's important.
Underwear Olympics. Yay. Yeah.
Got anything else to say?
NFL really is a year-round thing.
It's becoming that. Because think about it. We're doing a show, and it's an off-season.
Complete off-season. Jesus. But, okay, yeah.
Anything else to say, champ?
I'm just waiting for my belt.
I know. It's in the mail. Well, it's ordered. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate y'all. Other than that, peace.
Don't choke up. It's okay. They there for it if they are. You just don't know it yet.